I don't always have the right answers.
What up? Good morning.
Good morning.
From my video recording area. Still flying the flag up here. We will fly it till July 4th. It'll stay right there. I've decided I'm not going to put it outside, and that was my grandfather's flag. And as you all know, Flag Day, June 14th. So today is my son's birthday. It is also a day I've invited my good friend Chris Howe here to
What up?
come and have a little conversation with me about a few things. And I've got some questions for him. He's hopefully got the right answers.
Hopefully.
And
I don't know everything.
we'll see what happens here. We're gonna make this about a 10 or 15-minute video. You're gonna learn some things about us. You're gonna learn some things about me, and I'm gonna learn a few things this morning. So my last 2 or 3 videos have been about my father, about Father's Day, about my grandfather, about the history of Flag Day. My grandfather was born on Flag Day.
Okay.
I've given my viewers a little bit of insight of me, as far as pictures of my dad and pictures of my grandfather and kids and so forth.
Yeah.
And we've been discussing a lot about emotion and how to embrace the people that are still here.
Yeah.
We miss the ones that aren't here, and we need to learn to embrace the people that are here.
Yeah.
And one of the questions that I had, and this is a tough one, my father passed away when I was 14 years old.
Right.
So you still have your father, right?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I lost my mother last year.
I remember. Yeah. You were here. Well, you came over.
Right.
We had some talks about it.
Yeah.
But what are the things that your father does for you? What are the things that I know from a father's point of view, but not from a son's point of view?
Okay.
What are the things that your father knows about you? Like, in other words, what I mean is, like, I'm an open book. If
Yeah.
you're my friend, you know everything about me.
Right.
But I know a lot of people who aren't like that. Yeah, I don't know if you have $10 in your pocket because you haven't told me, but I'll
Right.
tell you that I have $23 in my pocket right
Yeah.
now, and
I
that's
think
the
I've got
exact
one. I think I've got $1.
But see, people aren't willing
Yeah.
to share that type of
Yeah,
information, and I'm just using that as
No, I get it. But I feel it. Let's say I got $3. $5. Got $5.
I can tell you without Phil right now, I have about $24 in my pocket in my wallet, which is in the other bedroom.
Yeah.
But anyways, my point being is that I know a lot of people that I don't know a lot about, and that frustrates me a lot of times because I'm an open book. If you know me, you know everything about me. And I lay everything out right here. Even my wife is not the same. She's a very closeted, close kept person that doesn't put out a lot of things towards other people. She doesn't let other people know a lot of things about her. And I'm the complete opposite. My father was the complete opposite. But what I'm asking is, what types of things do you not tell your father? What types of things you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think.
Like, are you an open book to your parents?
Yeah. I always have been. Even when I was on drugs, even all of it, like I would come home and kind of just let them know my situation. I've always really been like that. My mom was real about her business that way, where she was just like, I just want you to be honest with me. I always knew they loved me, but I guess the problem really was me being able to trust that because of everything that I had been through and my decisions, right? I'm around a lot of idiots, and those people I was told not to trust, unless I needed to steal, rob, or fight someone. But yeah, man, I really was. I really was honest with my parents at all times, and I still am. But my dad, now that my mama's gone, he's not like me. Me and my mom were very similar like that. Like, and it's not even that I needed to tell anybody, but it's more like you could just see it on me.
Yeah.
You just read me, right? If I'm having a horrible day, I'm just gonna let you know, like, this is not a great time to talk. I'm not feeling it.
I remember when I was young and living with my grandparents after my dad passed away, and I went out with my friends to Groupie Park, and we all got drunk.
Yeah.
I came home.
Right. No, I get it.
My grandma said, "What is wrong with you?" I said, I'm drunk.
Yeah, for sure.
So my grandma took me and put me in bed, blankets over me, shut the lights off, closed the windows, and I laid there for 2 days to recover.
Right.
I was 16 full of 8-ball, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So my grandparents always knew everything about me, and it's like I don't get it, because I have 5 kids, grandkids, and a lot of friends around me, and it's like, oh, what'd you do this weekend? We just tripped around.
Yeah.
Why did I even ask you if you're not going to tell me?
Right.
If you're not going to tell me, then eventually I'm going to quit asking, and then you're going to be like, well, we used to talk about this. No, we didn't. I used to talk about it, and you used to give me BS answers.
Right. Well, I think a lot of that comes from, personally speaking, because I talk to a lot of people a lot of times about faith, about morals, just things like that, right? But I think we're so accustomed to, and this is something that I talk a lot about, is like, when you ask somebody how you're doing, wait on, because they're always going to say, we're so pressed for time, right? We're so, I got to be here. I got to be here. I got to be here. When you take time, make sure the situation's right? Because if you ask me and I'm in the middle of a load, brother, I'm gonna do that to you, right? It's not because, and I'm not speaking for everybody, but for me, it's not because I don't want to talk to you, but it's just I'm busy.
I won't answer the phone.
Right.
Because once my job's done,
right.
Once I'm done with my load that I'm doing and my work, I go on, and then I have free time to drive and talk on the phone.
But I think it's a lot of press for time.
But with your dad, sometimes I want to ask people, and I'm having the opportunity today to ask you, and part of why I even asked you over here, other than have some coffee and hang out with your buddy.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like I almost feel like sometimes when I think about it that I missed a lot of things. That I've missed a lot of things. And the problem that I'm having is translating that down, right?
Yeah.
Because it didn't come to me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to translate it down to my kids.
Yeah.
And to be the person that I know I can and should be.
Right.
But it's like the operating manual didn't come with this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
And
I don't understand, but I mean, you're articulating it well, so I obviously understand what you mean.
It's like I had to learn how to make this formula right here so that it wouldn't scratch the screen.
Right.
And now I can take it and explain it to somebody like no big deal.
Yeah.
The difference is with life is that it didn't come with the manual, and I haven't learned to operate it.
Yeah.
And so now I'm having to learn. And a little late, kids are 27, 28 years old, but life doesn't come with an operating manual.
No, that's for sure.
And there has to be a way to figure things out.
Yeah.
My father's not here, and my father-in-law and I have been best friends for a long time. So it's more like we do things together. We run together. We conquer things together. It's not like he 100% of the time is like a father. He's more like a dad and a friend.
Right.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
And it's not a downfall of anything. It's a great relationship, but it's just different.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I feel that I missed out on a lot of things, and it's lost in translation that I don't know how to express those things down to my kids. What they expect from me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so my question is how close are you with your father? Because I don't know, my kids don't tell me a whole lot of things. They know a lot more about me than I know about them.
For sure.
Because they withhold a lot. Right. And even when I was a kid, I was never like that.
Yeah.
From day one, I've always been, this is my car and it's blue.
Yeah.
And a lot of what I'm dealing with is they have their car in their pocket and they go, I got a blue car in my pocket.
Yeah.
Or they don't even say they have a car in their pocket.
Right. Well, hey, my dad knows everything about me. everything. There is nothing he doesn't know. And just a real quick answer, I want to get back to the first one.
Yeah.
You know, the things I don't tell my father today, there are some things that I don't tell him, like how much I'm hurting, you know, and because
There's tells over there.
no, it's cool,
I
man.
use them all the time.
You know, it just because I don't want him to trip. You know, I think
But you don't believe in and have the trust that he can help you out of that situation?
I do.
I'll be right there.
I
know.
I do. I do. But at the same time, it's like it's two men trying to be strong for each other
Yeah.
without talking.
Yeah.
You with me?
Yeah.
So I'm just like trying to be tough for him and not break down and not lose my crap. And he's, I feel like, trying to do the same thing and trying to get over a loss. I mean, dude, they were together for 43 years. You know what I mean? And he lost his best friend.
Yeah.
And I lost my mama. You know, so now it's a lot different because me and my mom were the talkers of the family, and he just kind of like laugh or just, you know, my dad don't say a lot.
Yeah.
So today, though, I do kind of draw back from talking to him about a lot of things.
Yeah.
Important things I will discuss with him, you know, but I just I just make the things important that we talk about.
Yeah.
You know.
So you get the surface and not.
Well, no, I leave the surface and keep the deep. You know.
Yeah.
So, but operating manual, man, I you know, I don't think any father, and I'm not a father, so I don't really understand. I'm an uncle to a lot of kids, a lot of all my friends' kids, but you know, witnessing that, brother, whether they got a dad or not, and I'm not trying to be insensitive because I love you,
No.
but nobody gets the operating manual. So everything.
But what it is what I'm saying is you have an example to at least give you the foundation. We're gonna stop right here for a minute. We're gonna call this part one. We're gonna resume this conversation again because unfortunately I have an appointment and somebody just showed up.
Part one.
So we will resume this part two. You guys like it, share it, comment on it, subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Get after us.
Don't forget my boy Chris Howe.
Love you. #forgiven.
Because I'm Delmer Wood. Thank you.